Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the finals coverage here for SCG Indy States Standard. I'm your host, Andrew Donnelly. With me, my co-host, Matthew Robert Dow. And Matt, we're back in the booth with Anthony Melsovic and Travis Hancock, the Rally the Abzan versus Green Red Devotion matchup. And these are two guys that we saw before playing. Rally the Abzan was definitely a deck that many people enjoyed watching played.
Indeed, we haven't seen Green Red Devotion at all today, but
Oh,
I
we
can
have
tell
not.
you there are two Devotion decks in the top 8.
Yes.
There's a Green White Devotion and a Green Red Devotion. There is a Abzan aggro deck. There is a Jeskai Tokens deck, a Jeskai aggro deck, control deck, and finally, and then a mono red deck.
Yes.
The mono red / green deck that we saw earlier. Win with 9 million goblins on the board. So, apologize if we are a little low on volume. The hall is cleared out here, and we want to make sure that the opponents we don't tip players off as to what is actually happening.
Very true.
So, here's a Courser for Anthony. He is on the play. He's the 4 seed. This is Travis. He's the 5 seed. So it's a Courser. Travis is going to lead off with a Thoughtseize here. He's going to go to 18. He's going to see a hand of Den Protector, Eidolon of Blossoms, and a Temple of Abandon.
Interesting.
Eidolon is a card that will be selected and removed from the hand, and he will kick it back. Gonna draw an Elvish Mystic. Gonna reveal a Nykthos. Pretty good card, I think, for the Devotion deck, I imagine. He's going to play the Nykthos. Going to gain a life off Courser. Go to 21. He's going to reveal another Nykthos. Going to attack for 3. And he is going to play a card face down. I wonder what it could be. I imagine a Den Protector.
It probably is.
So Travis is going to play a Satyr Wayfinder here. He is going to reveal the top 4 cards and select a land, and he is going to whiff completely.
Wow.
Can't be happy about that. So I'm going to play another Sandstep Citadel and pass it back.
At least he has all colors unlocked early on, though.
He does, but it's also nice that Anthony doesn't really have anything too threatening here. Courser, not that big of a deal. It's annoying that it gains a bunch of card advantage, but it's not like he has like Pelucranos or some stupid draw where he's already had like a giant Genesis Hydra.
Sure.
Deathmiss Raptor, on the other hand, is kind of scary. So Anthony is going to attack in here, the team. Travis is going to block and take 3 and go to 12. And Anthony is going to pass the turn back. Travis is going to draw for turn. It's another Rally the Ancestors. He has 3 Rally the Ancestors in hand. Oh my god. And he plays a Sylvan Caryatid and is going to pass the turn back.
I mean, I guess if he can start creating a pretty stable mana base, like, things can get out of hand, for sure.
So, Den Protector is going to get flipped up. It is going to return the Eidolon of Blossoms that was Thoughtseize to Anthony's hand. And Anthony has an Elvish Mystic on top of the deck. Anthony going to tap 3 mana. I imagine Devotion to green, 4. So he has 4 mana in his pool. He's going to remove the Nykthos, play another Nykthos. So he's going to make, he has 6 mana then. 7 mana.
Yep.
He's going to play a face down card. And then cast a Eidolon of Blossoms. Trigger. Draw a card. And it's going to have a forest. You cannot play that, sir. You played the Nykthos already.
Yep.
So good to catch himself. Before we had to stop the match again. And he's going to attack. Pretty sure the Den Protector doesn't have haste. So it's an attack for 6.
So, probably see a block of some sort and a Murderous Cut here from Travis.
Yeah. Imagine you just have to, well, problem is if he Murderous Cuts the Eidolon, he just gets the Eidolon back with the Den Protector you know he has. So he's going to Murderous Cut the Den Protector to save his life a little bit.
Sure.
But we can start doing stuff where we start chaining Den Protectors, flip this Den Protector up, get the other Den Protector.
Right.
morph that Den Protector, and then now we just like get into this super card advantage scheme where just nothing ever dies. So here's a Siege Rhino. That's gonna put Travis up to 14 and Anothny down to 19. It is Anothny, not Anothny. Oh, there's an Ugin on top. Well, all right. Well, Ugin's pretty good, I think, against Rally the Abzan.
Can't be mad at that. Siege Rhino's pretty timely here.
So we're gonna attack for 2. And he's gonna flip up Deathness Raptor. So, of note, remember that card is a morph, so it was not a Den Protector. I like that play. Forgot you could morph that card.
Yeah. Actually, Megamorph it.
Yeah, I mean you so very rarely see the card morph. You just see it played.
Yeah.
Unless it gets like returned from the graveyard. So Travis gonna fetch, go to 13. Getting closer and closer and closer here to
being able to get this.
be able to get this rally.
Yeah. And I think that's all really what we're waiting for, isn't it?
So he's gonna cast another Siege Rhino.
Jeez.
He's going to put Anothny to 17, and he's going to go back up to 16. Problem is Ugin. So there's another Den Protector. Going to make 5 mana. 6, 7, 8. And there's Ugin.
Yep.
And he's going to exile. So Traps really could use I guess either lands or he could also use like a downfall, but he doesn't play any, so he really just needs another land so he can get this Siege Rhino and Mogus Marauder in.
Yeah.
And then they can kill the Ugin. But the problem is they get exiled again. So there's a Den Protector. There's a Grey Merchant.
Seems okay.
It's gonna drain him. Gonna be 15 to 15.
15.
I take it back. This Rally the Abzan deck is actually pretty sweet.
It's pretty sweet. I don't even know how you were hating.
Take it back. I didn't realize the synergy with like Mogus' Marauder, where like you just give your team haste
and kill them.
Yeah. So Anothny gonna flip up Den Protector.
He's gonna get a Deathness Raptor.
So he's not gonna get it back. It's gonna trigger and come back from its ability.
Oh,
he's
very
gonna
cool.
Get back a Den Protector. So he's in this like sweet loop.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. He can't block. He can only block creatures with power greater than
Den Protector.
Yeah.
Looks like Ugin is also deciding to go up.
Gonna go to 9. 15 to 9. Land for Travis.
Oh,
he gets it.
baby.
All right, now we can start to rally.
This is it. This will be.
We can't Sidisi.
What can we get? We can get
Siege
one
Rhino and
Rhino.
Mogus' Marauder.
Mogus' Marauder, but what is the... Oh, is it a Murderous Cut? Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
If it was like another Rhino...
Or another...
If it was another Rhino, he dies.
Yes, that's true.
That's so silly. If it was like if it was a 3-power creature, so Mogus' Marauder plus Rhino is 6, then it's 9 from the drain, and then it's 11 from the Grey Merchant, so if he had another 4-power creature, yeah, I mean, I think Anothny just has to wait till next turn to cast this.
Oh, he's doing it now, though.
He's going to rally now, but I think if he waits till next turn, he might be able to kill him. Because he has a Sidisi, and the Sidisi is a 4-power creature.
Sure. So he's going to go up to 12. Anthony will go down to 12 all.
And all these guys have haste and intimidate.
Yes.
Unfortunately, intimidate, I believe, makes it so Deathness Raptor can block the Siege Rhino.
Yep.
Which is fine with us because that makes it the rally. It doesn't
that much better, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the line that that Travis wants Anothny to take because now we have these 2 rallies in our hand that we
just rally back the Rhino. Okay, so we attacked Ugin there with these 2.
Okay. Anothny get a draw.
Rally squad, man. I do like the fact that Anthony is playing this Green Devotion deck with Eidolon of the Great Rebels.
Mm.
So look, he's Travis here trying to convince Anthony to start bolting the
Yeah.
creatures. I love it. I love it. I think that's so sweet. But
No,
I don't
put
think
you
he's
to
going to
9,
bite.
sir.
Yeah.
Gonna play an Elvish Mystic. Gonna play another Elvish Mystic.
So now we got 1, 2, 3 off Nykthos. Is Den Protector 2?
No, it's 1.
So
We
how do
tap
we
for
make
3? Yeah, don't think that's right.
how do we make 3 green mana there?
No, that's a good question. I wonder if we can call a judge on that one. Pretty sure he doesn't have enough mana. I think that's what's Travis. Pretty sure you can't cast that. Den Protector is just a 1 mana spell. A 1 mana.
Let's double check just to be sure.
Yeah, I mean, we could be wrong. It could be 2 mana.
It's very possible.
We are bad. It is not.
No, it is not. So, did we not do our math right?
No, we should have been right. He had last turn. He had,
Elvish Mystic,
and then he cast
Den Protector.
Yeah.
So he used that, and then he tapped 2, and then tapped his Nykthos
for 3 and
for
played an
3.
Eidolon, which is a 4 mana spell,
Right.
and then drew a card. So like that's drawing extra cards.
Oh.
I mean, it's so far gone now that I don't think we can go back.
Yeah.
So. So here's a Courser. Here's make a million mana. Here's another Eidolon. He's gonna draw 2 cards.
So we still have double rally in our hand.
Yeah, but I think we're just too far gone now.
Well, apparently it was too late to go back on our delay.
Yep. Okay, so he's gonna Murderous Cut. Murderous Cut an Eidolon.
Sure.
I wonder if we like Murderous Cut our own guy, and we
To
draw this land. Do we kill him?
Well, now we can get Sidisi back, right?
Yeah. If we Murderous Cut our own guy.
Yeah. So here's another rally.
So this is gonna get Sidisi and Siege Rhino back.
Yep.
So Trev's gonna go up to 6. Anthony down to 9.
He's gonna sack
Sack
the
the Siege
Rhino,
Rhino.
and we can go find a card now, right?
Yeah.
What do you think we look for here? A Gray Merchant possibly, or
Maybe like
another Rhino?
I feel like I think Ad Hostilities. Okay, that's fine.
All right, sure.
It's not great because we still have to kill Ugin.
Yeah, but we can maybe just kill him, hopefully.
I don't know. This deck is pretty interesting and tough to play.
I like it. I actually think it's really cool.
Is this a Willie Adel deck? I thought I heard somebody say that.
Somebody said it was a Willie Adel deck, but then they said that he didn't come up with the list,
just
and it was
pulled it.
actually Reddit that came
Yeah.
up with it.
Nice. It's a sweet one from Reddit.
We did determine that from our end, it looked like he did, but when we informed the table judge through relay, too much time had passed, according to them, as he had drawn his card already, I believe. Or that's what we were at least informed with at the booth.
So there's a Whisperwood Elemental on top. It's a Forest. Anthony gonna go up to 10.
10-6 is correct.
Gonna bolt him. He's gonna attack with everything. That should do it. So Anthony Milicevic gonna win game number 1 against Travis Hancock in the rally, the Abzan deck.
And I think that was a little interesting. I think everyone saw that kind of clearly, but there's not much we can. Unfortunately, we try. As we've said before, we try to definitely catch stuff and and bring it to the table judge's attention. But all right, let's check sideboards. As we've gone over them previously. Well, actually, we haven't done Anthony's sideboard, have we?
Nope.
But we have done. Why don't you hook us off with the loser sideboard first there with Travis?
All right. Travis, he has a Dictated Heliod, 4 Erishan Clerics, 3 Duress, a Thoughtseize, an Ajani's Presence, a Revoke Existence, an Erase, and a Virulent Plague. I like Thoughtseize. That's like the only card I like. And Erase. Thoughtseize and Erase. Maybe even Revoke Existence.
Sure.
But that's pretty much it.
You don't like the clerics here?
No.
Okay. For Anthony in the green-red devotion list, 2 Hydra Broodmasters.
Sure.
That's a big game hunter card. That card's fairly large. 1 Genesis Hydra, 1 Hornet Queen, 2 Nylea God of the Hunt, 2 Roast, 1 Xenagos God of Revels, 3 Xenagos the Revelers, and 3 Nylea's Disciples. Cards I like Xenagos God of Revels here. I like turning all of my low-level guys into threats. You know, it makes a Megamorph Den Protector a bigger threat. It makes a Megamorph Raptor a bigger threat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I would be okay with some number of maybe Nylea's Disciples, and then probably Nylea herself.
I think I kind of think Anthony needs to be aggressive. He needs to be the aggressor. The longer you go with this rally deck, just like the worse things are going to wind up being for you.
So, do you not feel like that's the right
so
line
I think
then?
Xenagos is probably fine because it's like he's aggressive and he's going to get out. Like I was thinking about bringing in Hornet Queen, but it just doesn't seem very good to me in this matchup.
It seems too slow.
It seems too slow, right? And like you could get it out and it might block all his guys, but even if you block off rally, then like all of his guys come back.
Right.
You know? And he wants this guy's dead and in the graveyard. So, move on to game 2 here.
Man, I'm excited. I like the rally deck. The more and more I see it play, and the more and more I see like the interesting lines you can take, it definitely seems fun.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty interesting. It's definitely a cool build. Of
Very much so.
The deck for sure. Mogus' Marauder. It's definitely a pretty sweet one.
Tricked you. Mogus' Marauder coming out of nowhere, giving a team like think about it if he had that the game when he blanked all the merchants back and like the rhinos.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I hit you for 100.
I mean, the draining game was enough to kill him, but like, yeah, your whole team can swing. Sure.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
So we'll see how this game 2 goes between Travis and Anthony.
Travis going to be on the play here.
Long day for both these players, too. I mean, this is still just top 8 of this 7-round Swiss tournament.
Long day for all involved. Travis going to quickly mulligan.
Anthony elected to keep.
He did. We'll be back here for Modern tomorrow, so if you like turning into streams to rip on commentators for what they don't know about the cards,
Romulus, is that you?
Show up for Modern, because I don't know anything.
You know what?
What's
As much as we got ripped on today, we definitely got some love too. We got a lot of new followers today. Made some cool new friends.
All right, yeah. Anthony Travis gonna keep a real sketchy one here. He's got 2 rallies and I think like lands.
Uh-oh.
There's a Sidisi.
That's pretty good.
So, not bad, but Anthony had the turn 1 Elvish Mystic, and looks like he's going to have a turn 3 play as well, Courser of Prefix.
Yep.
So, let's see if we can get his deck scooted on camera here so that we can see what's on top of it. That would be lovely. Travis, on the other hand, he's going to fetch here. He's going to get a forest. Shuffle it up. See what Travis can put together on his 3rd turn.
2019 after the fetch.
There is a Plains. All right, we got a play, baby. It's a Nyx Weaver. That's a good
I like
one.
it. That's
what we want, man. We want cards in the graveyard, so
and I
we
think
can
this
rally them suckers back.
It's a very underlying, powerful card for this deck too that I don't think a lot of people really notice. Like the Dramaka's command we saw earlier in the day did not end up being saved to target this card.
Correct, yeah, and that card just did work.
Yeah. Oh, it does a ton of work.
Yeah, got like a million cards in the graveyard.
Now that we understand how the deck works, and then it got a million cards in, and then bought the card you need to complete the combo back.
Yeah. So there's a Nylea, so he did bring that one in. That thing is pretty close to being devoted. And that's just a big beater.
And I think that's a smart card to bring in, because like you said, Anthony wants to be the aggressor, and that's all Nylea
Travis
is.
doesn't really have too much removal.
For
so there's a miss trigger by Travis. He forgot to mill off of his Nyx Weaver, and instead drew a card. So let's see what the ruling here is.
boy, I hope that's not. I hope that's not too detrimental to the game.
I don't think it's going to be a game loss. I think it's going to be miss trigger. Although when you miss beneficial triggers, this could also be thought of as like a beneficial / detrimental trigger, like Dark Confidant.
Yes.
Usually those are game losses.
It might be that they just choose to have him shuffle the card in and then mill too, but I'm not sure now. Trigger rules have kind of evolved since I've.
Yeah.
Romulus, you're our friend.
Totally. So we'll see what the outcome of this is going to be.
He is getting a warning,
Okay. So
is what the table judge has stated.
get a warning. Doesn't get to mill his cards, which, although it seems to be a detrimental trigger, I think it's actually a beneficial trigger. I think I'd be actively wanting to mill cards.
Correct.
So Forest played, and here's a Whisperwood Elemental.
So
Anthony now has devoted.
Oh boy, that's a lot of damage. According to Siege, Nyx Weaver is considered a detrimental trigger.
Correct. It is.
Yep.
It is a detrimental trigger, but in this case it is used to the benefit of Travis. He wants the Nyx Weaver to mill.
Yeah.
But Travis is going to take 8 here, I think. No, he blocked 2, and he took 6, go to 13.
No.
No, he took it all?
Yes.
All right. We are just completely on tilt now.
What did we do?
Manifested off of the Whisperwood Elemental.
Oh, I see. He manifested off the Whisper Dome, but he kept the card face up.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knew.
Everybody
knew
right,
what it was.
you knew what it was off
Nobody
the-
wants to sit here and write
Sure.
down a million cards. So Travis is going to mill 2. Now he's going to draw. It's another land.
So what do we got?
We got
Taking a damage here.
a Sidisi.
Okay. We're sacking the
We're
Nyx Weaver to go
sacking the
find a
Nyx
card?
Imagine we're going to go find End Hostilities. But End Hostilities isn't even very good against ye old Whisperwood Elemental.
Yeah, as you can just
Yeah, just sack it and then
regen all
face-up
your
creatures.
team. Sure.
Well, they all come back as manifest tokens. But, I mean, it does shut out Nylea. So that is beneficial.
I guess it's interesting because if he does wipe the board here, just like you said, it shuts off Nylea. He can regenerate the manifested tokens, but with that much mana on the field and no Nykthos, it's going to be hard for him to start flipping things back over.
Yeah. He does have Den Protector, though, to get back, any of the cards here, provided he doesn't just run it out there. He's going to play a land off the top and go to 22.
Yep.
It would be interesting to note if he just shoves in with everything here, because if that's the case, we just go to 1, and
Yeah.
then the Whisperwood trades with the city, or the Whisperwood dies to Sidisi.
Sure.
Yeah, he's just going to attack with Nylea. So I think you just have to block. Your guy's going to die anyways.
Yep. Manatee, thanks for the follow, bud.
Indeed, and Anthony just committing all out.
What is...
He's going to play a Genesis Hydra for 4. So no real fear of Wrath here.
No,
He's
not
got,
at all.
He's got Whisperwood Elemental. Nothing to fear. The only thing he could fear is if our opponent goes 6 land murderers, cut your Whisperwood Elemental,
Sure.
and then you don't sack. I think you have to sack there. It would, and then you just, if he doesn't sack, you just end hostilities.
Yeah.
But I don't think he'd make that mistake.
I doubt
I
it.
have seen weirder things today.
We have seen some pretty odd plays.
So there's a manifested Genesis Hydra, and there's another Forest. So Travis, he's going to draw. He's going to Satyr Wayfinder.
Oh.
That's not going to get the job done.
And hostilities.
That's going to be an
In
hostilities.
response.
He's going to sack. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep. So the manifest guys are just toast, right?
I believe so. I believe that is how the card reads.
But we get to manifest 4 creatures from the top.
Let's bring Whisperwood Elemental up and make sure that it is it's only face-up cards. I imagine that's a card we have.
Yes.
Perhaps before this game is over. Oh, that was sweet. Let's
Sorry
go back
about
to
that. That was secret. Don't worry about that. Let's go find Whisperwood Elemental here. Bring up old Whisperwood.
Old Big Daddy Whisperwood.
Yep, there it is.
Face-up creatures, non-token creatures you control.
Yep.
So that's going to be the game. I'm pretty sure they played that wrong, but...
So, what...
I mean, people... I'm pretty sure those guys die.
What?
Yeah, he manifested the face-down cards instead, but that is not what happens. But Travis is dead anyways. And, so, yep, that is... Quarterfinals goes to Anthony Melisevic, who is going to win in 2 against the Sweet Rally of the Abzan deck.
Yeah. That sucks that we didn't get to rally, guys.
It does suck.
That is not what we would have wanted.
So
we definitely would have wanted a good old rally.
Indeed. I wanted a sweet one.
Yeah, I mean, as you guys know in the past, like we do have a table judge that's sitting there that is watching the matches. But it seemed I don't know, I cut away to open up Whisperwood Elemental, and the next thing I knew, Travis had scooped.
Right.
So I'm not 100% sure.
Oh man, this is the biggest sweatshirt in the world.
Yeah, you got a big sweatshirt on.
Like double XL.
Where did you get it?
I just found it on the ground, dude.
What?
I just found it on the ground.
You just found a sweatshirt on the ground?
Yeah.
You didn't find
it's back here. I found it on the ground.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Is that my sweatshirt?
I don't know whose sweatshirt it is.
I don't think it's mine.
I hope not. You're a big boy.
I mean, I am, but it's true.
This thing needs to be dry cleaned or dried, man. We need to shrink that. You check my Nerd Rage Gaming shirt out.
Yeah.
So,
well,
that was our quarterfinals match. We were waiting on one more match, the 1 and 8 seed, the mono red deck versus the blue black control deck.
Yeah.
So, I think we maybe do our final standard playmakers of the day here. Go to the multicolored.
Oh,
save
sure.
the best for last.
I forgot. We haven't even. Did we finish green? Oh no, because you said my cards.
Yeah, your cards are garbage.
Yeah,
nobody cares. They're like display of dominance. That card sucks.
That card's awesome.
No, the only permanent kills in this format is like.
It doesn't need to kill a permanent. It prevents your permanents from being killed.
Get out of here! By what? Heroes Downfall?
Sure.
All right, whatever.
Standard. There you go. Standard playmakers. You can do this one.
All right.
You go ahead.
So, if you haven't been paying attention all day, top cards are the cards that have the highest percentage of play in standard decks currently. They're Siege Rhino. Cards Insane. We've seen it all day.
Yep.
Siege Play in Modern. Mana Strider. Saw it. I think once today in the Jeskai aggro deck at the beginning of the game.
Yeah. More of a card we see a lot of in FNM.
Yeah. So that card also pretty good. Jeskai Ascendancy makes a tokens deck. There's a tokens deck in the finals, or not in the finals, but in the top 8. I don't know how well it did that last round. And then Abzan Charm, which a nice removal spell, versatile, +1/+1 counters. Would go in my green-white Gleam of Authority deck, maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
And so, card is sweet too. Let's go to our picks. Let's start with mine. Dromoka's Command. Card is insane. Good in Abzan aggro. Good in Heroic. Just good in a green-white deck that the Channel Fireball people played. I know Brian Kibler made it at the Pro Tour. Card is insane. If you're playing Heroic and you're playing Jeskai, keep doing what you're doing, man, if that's what you feel. But you should try out Dromoka's Command and the ban Heroic. It's pretty good.
You kind of convinced me in the car ride up here that that Dromoka's Command was worthwhile, and you made some very valid statements, and you put it into play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You told me, here's a situation you can use as. I'm all for that. I want to hear where we're going to use Silumgar's Command, because I think that card's sweet.
I think this card's sweet, too, but like it hasn't found a home yet, and I think it's because it costs too much mana.
Cost.
Well, how much would I like it to cost? I'd like it to cost black and blue. It costs 2 mana.
Sure.
We get to -3/-3 your team. No,
Yep.
but, I mean, it's good. I think the problem is like -3. It's real situational.
Okay.
Like -3/-3 doesn't kill everything, but it does kill some stuff. But the problem is like when you want to cast a 5 mana spell, is -3/-3 a relevant thing you're doing? Not all the time. It's hard to line up against like non-creature spells where you're like counter a non-creature spell, kill a guy, or destroy a planeswalker.
Sure.
I think the mode that makes it nice is that return target permanent to its owner's hand is always something you can do. Even if they don't have any creatures, lands are permanents. You can return them. So that's the one where it's like, I can use this at any time to counter a spell and return a land, kill a creature and return a land, or kill a planeswalker and return a land. Which seems fine, but is it worth 5 mana? That's where I think the problem is.
I don't know. In as much as I like to joke around about like how good Void Snare is, this card is essentially Void Snare to some degree. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, it fits
costs
in there.
5 and is
it costs 5, but it also kills a planeswalker, or it also counters target non-creature spell. You know what I mean? It has a lot of modes.
Yeah. So let's go to your picks real quick. I believe the mono red deck and the blue black deck have finished.
Sure.
So.
Well, I picked Dragonlord or Jutai because, as we saw in the blue-white control deck, I think he's, when played correctly, a super good dragon.
Yep.
Hexproof when he's untapped. Draws me a card when he deals damage to my opponent. He costs 5 mana, so he's the cheapest of the Dragon Lords.
He is.
Easily fits in a deck, and he has a pretty good body for a Dragon Lord. 5/4 is not bad.
Man.
And then Narset, I was kind of on the fence about, but like I said, as I saw more and more of how she was being played and how effective she was against certain decks, especially against the Jeskai tokens list, I mean, like, if they don't target her and they're on this plan of, like, kill you and burn you, and she just gets a free ultimate, they can't win.
Yeah.
Like, there's just nothing they do.
Well, I mean, no tokens player worth anything is going to just let you ultimate a Narset.
But that's what happened. Like, we saw that at last F&M, surprisingly enough.
I didn't see it. I was hanging out with my lady friend.
Right, you did not see it. We saw it where the player just chose to and do what normally you would think would be right, which is ignore the planeswalker and kill the player. But the planeswalker just climbed up and then eventually ultimated, and all the cards in the deck were dead. You know, it was really impressive. So
you picked two good ones here.
What's that?
You picked two decent ones here.
I think all the cards on this page are good.
Yeah.
You can't find a card on this page that's bad.
I think Dromoka's Command is the best of the three.
I think that's wrong.
I think Judai is close, but I think Dromoka's Command is going to take the cake.
See, I don't even know, because then you see Siege Rhino, and like that card's nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, and don't get me wrong, like I'm not playing Siege Rhino. I love Dragonlord of Jutai, but
I'm talking on our playmakers. I don't know.
Okay. Sure.
Dromoka's Command is not better than Siege Rhino. Siege Rhino is insane.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's not fair.
Sure.
So.
Well, it looks like is the last match finished?
Yeah, we'll take a quick break here.
Okay.
Get the top 4 set up here. Hopefully, see some good Magic without people cheating. That would be nice. I would like that.
Definitely. It's it's so strange now. I think, and a lot of people have it because it's like cheating on the brain after we heard what went on at the Pro Tour.
Yeah.
So many people are laser focused in on things, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because you obviously want people to play fair.
No.
But I mean, I feel like it's just so in depth now. But yeah, let's take a short break and we'll get the last match set up for you.